Hello there and welcome to Foundations of Yoga Asana with Andrea Yoga today. And in today's practice, we're going to be practicing pyramid pose, translated from the Sanskrit name of Parsvottanasana. So this comes from four words: parsva meaning side or flank, ut meaning intense, tan meaning stretch, asana meaning pose. So this one is also known as intense side stretch, sometimes confused with the similarly named extended side ankle pose, which also stretches the side of the body. This pose helps to prepare the body for seated forward folds, back bends, inversions, and twists. And the benefits of this pose are manifold in that they are helpful in simultaneously stretching the hamstrings and the shoulders, building balance and full body coordination, calming the mind, and improving postural habits. In addition, Parsvottanasana stretches the spine, the chest, and the hips, known also to be therapeutic for flat feet and overpronation and supination of the feet, also stimulating the abdominal organs, improving digestion. So avoid this posture where you have hamstring injuries, where you have shoulder or wrist injuries. Do not practice the full version, i.e. do not reach your arms behind your body. Instead, you can practice with your arms forwards with the hands resting on blocks or on the floor. So those with back injuries or high blood pressure should practice the pose perhaps against the wall, keeping that head lifted above the chest, but always remembering to work within your own range of limits and abilities. And if you have any medical or health concerns, talk with your healthcare professional before practicing. So this is a standing posture. So as with all standing postures, we begin with standing at the top of the mat with our arms at our sides in mountain pose Tadasana. So from here, we can turn to the left and step the feet 3 to 4 feet apart, placing the hands on the hips, aligning the heels. From here, turn the right foot 90 degrees so that the toes point to the top of the mat. Point your left toes at the left top corner of your mat, turned in at about 60 degrees. In this scissored kind of stance, your feet should be about hip width apart. Keeping your feet in place, turn your entire upper body to face the same direction as your front foot, pressing your weight evenly through the outer edge of your back foot and the big toe mound of your front foot. Drawing your left hip slightly forward, squaring your hips to the top of the mat. Draw your shoulder blades firmly into your back, but do not let your low ribs puff out. Inhale as you reach your arms out towards the side, and as you exhale, reach your arms behind your back or forwards, resting on a sofa or the wall if you have any wrist or shoulder injuries. If you are going for arms behind your back option, you can clasp each elbow with the opposite hand. Where the shoulders are more flexible, you can bring your hands into reverse prayer position, pressing the palms together and reaching your fingers towards your head, as demonstrated here. On an inhalation, elongate the upper body, and as you exhale, fold at the hips, extending your torso over the front leg. Keep the shoulders drawing back away from the ears, but do not overarch the low back. Maintaining length of your spine at all times, keeping the crown of the head extending forwards and the tailbone reaching behind you. Be sure to fold from the hip rather than the waist. Grounding down, remember, through the heel of your back foot and gaze towards your front big toe. Hold for up to a minute or releasing a little bit sooner. In order to release, you can press firmly through the back heel and slowly lift the upper body. Release the arms and place the hands at your hips, changing the orientation of your feet, perhaps even pivoting to repeat on the opposite side. This posture is a great way to lengthen the hamstrings and open the shoulders, counteracting years and years of habitual poor posture or rounding in the shoulders. You can try simple changes in the pose to find a variation that works for you. So the full version of the pose, as shown here, was performed with the hands behind the back and the palms pressed together in Anjali Mudra prayer position. But you can always cross your arms behind your waist and clasp each elbow instead, folding the opposite arm on top when you change the leg position. If you have trouble balancing in this posture, you can step the feet slightly wider than hip distance apart. Some yoga traditions and teachers might instruct you to keep a flat back through the pose. Others might tell you to drape your upper body forwards, dropping your head. Note that there is never really a right or a wrong variation, but whatever feels right for you is usually the right thing to do. This will challenge your balance, your serenity, and your flexibility when practiced in correct alignment. And it's important to keep the hips square throughout the whole of the posture. The more you practice pyramid pose, the more confidence you will gain in your ability to balance. So forward bending and backward bending can require a lot of patience and definitely a lot of concentration. So with dedication to this practice, you will strengthen your legs, lengthen the spine, and develop clarity and grace that endures. So thank you for unlocking the mystery of the pyramid pose with me today. I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you for your practice. Namaste.